Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are a football fan, you would agree to football stadiums evolving. Ever since the sport was considered a business, stadiums or places where professional teams head to head. But we are not here for an economics lecture, rather something more interesting. In today's video, we will talk about soccer stadiums with the best views around the world. Make sure you watch the video until the end, subscribe to the channel, and hit the like button. Let's start the video. Number 10. Marina Bay Floating Stadium in Singapore. Singapore is undoubtedly a beautiful city. It is easy to get lost in the views of the sky-high buildings, views of beautiful lakes, and when it comes to football, they have the honours of having one of the best stadiums in the world. The stadium is located on top of the waters of Marina Reservoir. You guessed it, the playing field is a floating deck on the water. It is hard for a player to fall into the waters, but that would be a crazy scene. Pavilions and seating areas for the spectators are on the ground with lush views of the waters. It is hard to watch the game when you have such mesmerizing views. The total cost of manufacturing of the bridge was $30 million. Number 9. Estadio BBVA in Mexico. A stadium with the best views and one of the most controversial ones, the Estadio BBVA lies in Mexico. The populace and VFO designed it. Although credit for outside appearance goes to the architects, the placement and utilization of the surreal views that some of the 50,000 spectators get to enjoy. It is one of the most expensive stadiums in the world, with its cost of manufacturing $200 million. From the stadium, green mountaintops can be seen in the background of the stadium. The stadium is also the first one in North America to win a silver certification, Energy and Environmental Design, for its sustainable design. Number 8. Victoria Stadium in Gibraltar. Home to Gibraltar national football team, the Victoria Stadium is one of the unique stadiums in the world. It stands right beside the Gibraltar Airport with an open structure and uses natural light during the day. Spectators can see planes take off and land at the airport and enjoy the views of the cloud-covered mountains on the backdrop. It can accommodate only 8,000 spectators, and the total cost of manufacturing was around $40 million. Number 7. Otmar Hitzfeld Stadium in Switzerland. Otmar Hitzfeld Stadium is the highest ground stadium in Europe, set at 6,500 feet above sea level. It is located in a tiny village in Switzerland's mountains, and FC Gspond calls it home. Matches take place at regular intervals. The stadium has a rubber net surrounding all four sides to prevent the balls from falling thousands of feet into the abyss. There are no seats in the stadium, so spectators have to find a place in the Alps. If you are visiting the stadium for the first time, it is easy to see why you can miss the whole game taking pictures of the beautiful mountains around you. There are no accurate estimates available of the construction, since there are no specific equipment to or places to sit. Number 6. Estádio Municipal Stadium in Portugal. The home ground for De Braga, Portugal's sporting club, Estádio Municipal Stadium is one of the most innovative stadia in all of Europe. It has a fascinating architectural design with only 2 stands for the spectators that are also the only part covered by a canopy. Located in the countryside of Portugal, it offers beautiful views of the country and surroundings and the beautifully designed stadium. Estádio Municipal Stadium is also famous for being the winner of the Pritzker Architect Prize for its elegant design. The state-of-the-art stadium was built for a whopping €83.1 million. Number 5. Svangerskaard Stadium in Faroe Islands. Usually stadiums are built near the metropolis for easy access for the team and thousands of fans, but it can be a hassle until you find your spot. Svangerskaard Stadium has taken an approach that is the polar opposite of the mainstream idea. Situated in Toftir, a small village in the country, it is away from the city's noisy environment, away from buildings and traffic in the Faroe Islands. It can only accommodate 6,000 spectators at a time. Since the stadium is away from the urban setting, it gives green mountain views, unimaginably beautiful lakes on the side, and if the weather is a little chilly, you can easily skip the game, getting lost in the beautiful environment. However, there are no concrete records available on the cost of construction of the stadium. Number 4. Hasteinsvoller Stadium in Iceland. In Viking Warriors, Hasteinsvoller Stadium is home to IBV, an Icelandic football club located on the volcanic island. It has a seating capacity of 534 seats. Talk about the exclusivity of the stadium. The games here may not be as intimidating, but spectators enjoy the mountain views, making it hard to concentrate on the game. But again, you can always check the final score at the end. To an arm's length from the stadium, like a beautiful mountain, a cliff said to be a living volcano but hasn't erupted yet. With clouds travelling through the mountains, green fields and a natural setting, it makes you feel like you're watching the game in the set of Game of Thrones. 2 for 1, right? The total revenue that went into building this stadium was $315,000. Number 3. Estadi Comunal de Andorra la Vella in Andorra. I bet most of you haven't even heard of these names before, but now all of you want to watch every game in these stadiums. The Estadi Comunal de Andorra la Vella is a small stadium, yet provides one of the world's most beautiful views. With a capacity of only 1,300 people, many are willing to pay a bit extra to sit in the front row. It boasts clear mountain views and stunning houses standing on top of it. This stadium is a view for sore eyes. Sadly, it does not host any games here. Imagine your favourite teams playing in this beautiful and rare spectacle. It was built for a whopping $2 million. Number 2. ID Stadium, Faroe Islands. If you want to watch a football match sitting in the Sounds, ID Stadium is just the right place for you. Established literally in the mountain tops in the ID village of Faroe Islands, is one of the most innovative creations in the history of the game. It was built for an amazing cause. It was built to participate in the sport. For someone visiting the stadium for the first time, it will be the best game of your life. Rocky mountains and green mountains surround the stadium. The all-natural setting for the stadium adds £10 to the beauty. You would be surprised to know that this stadium was built for impressive $1.6 billion. Number 1. Stadion Gospin Dolac, Croatia. Situated in Imotski, Croatia, the Stadion Gospin Dolac is a prime example of how far a visionary architect could achieve perfection. What started as constructing a football ground on the topography formed from karst's dissolution of soluble rocks, it took a whopping 13 years to completely build this beautiful stadium, surrounded by amazing mountain terrain, close to the Blue Lake, created when a giant mountain collapsed, and an Illyrian fortress. The fact that this stadium was built in 1989, it took $1 million to completely build. Imagine watching the game surrounded by visceral mountains, lots of greenery and a sense of tranquility throughout. NK Imotski must be counting their stars for playing in such a beautiful piece of architecture. Have you ever been to one of these stadiums before? Please do share your experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in the next one.